This is where we at with it, people. BluCOREA have broken my fighting spirit.
Official
Blue
dictatorship,
Korea,
bro.
I don't even want to. I don't even want to hope for the Champions League anymore. I don't even want to hope for top four anymore. I just want the league to be over. I wish I could snap my finger and it could be May already.
Sad, man.
BluCOREA, what more do you want from me? What more do you want from me? If you're new here, people, hit the links, like the video, subscribe to the channel. This is where we're at with it.
It's over, dog.
Dread. We are in the abyss. The Chelsea abyss. The sunken place. And normally, on days like this, I would go punch a wall. I'll go for a walk. But now that I made content about my favorite football club, I'm bound to the shackles of content creation, and it feels like chains are on my hand, and I'm stuck. I'm stuck right here, forced to have to deal with this. Arsenal won, Chelsea nil, and you could tell that we didn't even try.
We gotta check.
We only really tried towards the last 30 minutes of the game, but by then it was already late. You know, I knew I knew what Liam Rossini was trying to do, but at the end of the day, it just didn't work. You know, we tried to do the stop the first onslaught of Arsenal's attack, how they start games. You know, they start games pretty strong.
Yeah.
And in the second half, hit them. But in the second half, we waited way far too long to try to hit them in the second half. And the offensive display today was just
It's
not enough
shambolic.
from, in my opinion, our bench players. You're supposed to be the spark that adds some to the team.
Yeah, Cole Palmer.
Specifically Palmer, because Esteban, he always tries. Esteban always you get
my
the
star
ball,
boy,
he's
you
gonna
know.
run somebody, he's gonna try to make something happen.
My star
But
boy.
Palmer is like, he wasn't really trying to impact the game.
What does he
wasn't
even
really
do?
trying to win this game.
What does he even do?
João Pedro, he was trying. João Pedro, the first half, especially the first half, he was pressing. Multiple times he would make runs and the defenders would just ignore him. This is why I wish João Pedro could have played with Levi Colwell this season. If he played with Levi Colwell this season, all those runs, I feel bad for João Pedro at times. Especially when he's working so hard, pressing. All those times when he's making those runs, well, not all the times, but at least the majority of the times, Levi Colwell would look up, scan. Oh, Ja was about to make a run. Once they link and they make a little eye contact, and they in that split second they could tell, hey, João Pedro's about to peel off of Saliba or Gabriel and running behind. Levi Colwell will gift him a ball over the top, and it will be pinpoint.
It'd be effortless.
It'll be like a lasers on his feet.
Effortless,
and
bro.
I missed some of that. I also missed the memo. Liam Rossini. Why did you wait till the 70th minute? Why did you wait until the 65th minute to actually care?
He had the Maresca tactics out today, bro. He stole Maresca's old tactical.
Why? Why? I'm out here like struggling to understand what we're going through right now. I'm struggling. I'm trying to wrap my heads around it. Let me pull up the lineups. Brother, a 3-5-2, understandable. 5 in the back in defense, and a 3-5-2 in attack. two strikers. In my opinion, two strikers does suit João Pedro very well, but with Liam Delap, he's not the striker for the system. I think Emmanuel Omega would be the striker for the system. I think you need two strikers that are really technical astute that could build up and link up. Also, this midfield, if we have 5 people in the midfield, how are we not dominating the midfield battle? Don't get like wowed by this, because anyone who watched the game with their eyes would know we did not dominate this game. We're supposed to be dominating position. How we have 5 people
That's the end of the
midfield and we're struggling to create chances.
And all we have to show for it is Garnacho at left wing.
Can someone answer me that question?
It's over.
Andre Santos, he had an alright game. And to be honest, I would say Andre Santos would have had a great game today. I would have said Enzo Fernandez would have a great game today if they just created chances. Because in holding possession at times, they did a good job of holding possessions. But it's the creation that really let me down. We would keep the ball, rotate the ball. In my opinion, I think we should have been dominating. But it's okay. You know, Arsenal has a really good press, so it is what it is. But we're keeping the ball to do what with it? We're gonna rotate. This was the game plan. Get the ball, pass the ball to Gusto. From Gusto to Caicedo. Santos, pass the ball from Santos to Pedro. Pedro passes to Enzo. Enzo passes to Cucurella. Cucurella back to Pedro. Pedro back to Enzo. And then it goes back to the back line. And now we're rotating the ball between the back line.
Yep.
That was the main play. They tell me that Liam Rossinier doesn't like to spend too long on the ball, and with his players, he likes to be direct and attack right away. Can someone explain to me where the directness was today? Where it was? Because for the majority of the first half, the game plan was get the ball to the lap on the right wing. Right wing the lap play. Oh, bloody Jesus. Right wing the lap play. Get the ball to Delap on the right wing and have him swing across into João Pedro or whoever is in the box. That was that was our attacking game plan.
It's getting sad, bro.
Am I going insane? And this is why I like to dunk on the sport directors, because this is what you've left us with. This is what you've left us with. Ginn goes down injured with a thigh injury. I doubt he'll be able to make it for the World Cup. He wasn't going to start anyway. Josh comes off of the bench. Fair enough. Alejandro Garnacho comes off of the bench. Fair enough. Esteval comes off of the bench. Fair enough. Palmer off of the bench. Fair enough. And this is what we're left with. Mind you, in Liam's system that he's creating here, does he even have any space for our best players, which are our wingers? Our wingers are our best players. And I'm not talking about Pedro Neto. I'm not talking about...
You better start getting the best out of Cole
I'm talking about Esteval and Cole Palmer. These are our best players. These two right here are our best players when it comes to attack. So I'm looking at because this is the formation Liam plays in Liga. This is what he used to play, the 3-5-2. And I'm thinking to myself, is there really any space for our best players here in this system?
I don't know. There better be.
Or, which I'm expecting him to do, will he just adapt? Now you have to adapt. Now you have to find a new best system, Liam, because you're walking up to Arsenal at the Emirates, and you're putting 5 men in the midfield, and they're not even keeping the ball, and they're not constantly, for the majority of the game, creating chances, slaying the Giants. Like, I was expecting us to dominate this game, bro. Well, at least, let me not say dominate the game, because if I'm being realistic, we're not gonna dominate the game. But I was expecting us to get an early goal, because that's all I was looking. I was like, that's what the vibe I was getting from your interview. The vibe I was getting from you was like, we're coming here to fight. We're coming here to put in 100%. So I was expecting us to come in here, get an early goal,
Yep.
and then get like a second half goal. Just two goals. First half
We
goal,
had
second
the
half goal.
lock at the
And locked down the
right
fort. We have five at the
wing.
back. I knew you were gonna do the five at the back,
Dusko as a center
and
midfielder,
boom,
Palmer
bam,
on the bench,
it's
Esteban on the
stuck.
bench in the back
But
five. In a semi-final when
you
we
know, easier
need
said than
a
done. Easier
goal.
said than done. This is a learning experience for Liam.
AJ man,
He's
he's
gonna
AJ
have a
man,
lot of
bruh.
other big games, especially in the Champions League. I want to see how you do
All right.
your Champions League big game matchups, but it's getting to the point now where I hope we don't end up in the same cycle of manager comes in, does good for first couple of months. One thing starts to get shaky, he crumbles, loses points, loses essential points, and we end up underperforming to what we were expecting. And then he goes to the board. He's like, board, I need the right players to make the adjustments." And the board is like, "I'm not gonna give you the right players, mate.
Blue
This is
Korea
Blue
in
Korea.
three.
We don't do that over here. This is a dictatorship, okay?" So I'm just hoping that's not what's going on here. Blue Korea out, Ekbali out. If I'm gonna be specific, up the Chelsea. This is where I'm at with him, man. Have a great day.